All right. Well, welcome everyone to Fiddle Hell preview number 3 for Fiddle Hell Online in 2020. I'm Eric Eid-Reiner, and my mom and dad, Cindy Eid and Dave Reiner, are also on, along with a bunch of other folks who you're going to see real soon. So this is really a chance to get to see a number of instructors. We've got a good collection of diverse styles and instruments tonight, and just really get a taste of some of the music, some of the workshops, jams, and concerts that you're going to be able to participate in at this year's Fiddle Hell. So that's coming right up at this point, Thursday through Sunday, November 5th through 8th, 2020, if you hadn't guessed it. And that's going to be all online this year. So this is our 16th year of Fiddle Hell, but our first year online. And it's a pretty packed schedule with 35 concerts, 35 jams, 165 workshops, all of them live. And each hour kind of time slot in the schedule has a jam, a concert, and 5 or more workshops. So there's a ton to pick from. And if it's too much to choose from, you can also tune in by logging into your account anytime the 3 months after Fiddle Hell. So if there was a time slot where you just couldn't pick what you wanted to go to, you haven't missed them both, unlike when we're in person. So check out all the details at fiddlehell.org. There's info there on registration, discounts for seniors and younger players, and also information on scholarships. And we do have scholarships still available, so we'd love to hear from you if that would be helpful. We've got some great giveaways and freebie kind of offerings that I'll talk about in a little bit. But the deadline for getting access to those is midnight tonight. So you've got about 3 hours and 58 minutes Eastern time to do that if you're not registered yet. And if you're already registered, you're already entered in those things, which is great. So we're going to start off with some music. So we're going to start off with Judy Hyman and Jeff Klaus. They're 2 of the founding members of the Horseflies. We're thrilled both of them are going to be part of this year's Fiddle Hell. Jeff and Judy, I think, knew my fiance, Autumn Rose Lester, before I knew Jeff and Judy. And I also heard one of my favorite CDs of all time of Judy and Dick Hyman long before meeting Judy through Autumn Rose, with just gorgeous waltzes written by Dick. So it's just been awesome having her at Fiddle Hell.
Just a quick correction.
Please.
He played beautiful, beautiful piano, but I made the waltzes.
Thank you. That's an important correction. All this shows is that I spend too much time, not too much, a lot of time listening to it and not enough time looking at the liner notes lately. So thank you for that, Judy.
Not a
Thank
problem.
you. Sorry about that. So highly recommended to check that out. So I'm going to turn it over to Judy and Jeff to play a little bit of music and talk about what they're going to be doing at Fiddle Hell this year.
Thanks.
Thank you very much for that, and I'm so glad you're enjoying that album. It was definitely a wonderful experience to do that with my dad. It's the only time we've recorded together quite like that. So we thought we would play first and talk afterwards. And we play our version of old-time fiddle music. And we chose a tune called Jack's Creek Ridge that comes from the playing of a man named Charles Hoskins. And for the life of me, I can't find anything out about him except that he played this tune with a man named Vernon Hoskins. And Peter Hoover, who's a collector who lived in our area and sadly passed away this past year, is the person who recorded them and then shared that recording with Bruce Green. And Bruce Green has made this fiddle tune known far and wide. I chose it because I'm planning at Fiddle Hell to teach a tune in some kind of an alternative tuning, and this one is in A, E, A, C sharp. So Jeff and I are going to together do 3 different things at Fiddle Hell. I'm going to teach a tune, as I mentioned before, something in some kind of an open tuning. I haven't chosen it yet, but I think there will be a way for me to tell people what tuning to get into before we all arrive at our computers. And Jeff will be accompanying, sometimes on uke, sometimes on guitar, and he'll probably talk a little bit about that as well. Then we're going to participate in a concert, an old-time music concert, and we're going to lead a jam. And this is it's kind of I noticed that Dave put a level 4 on this jam, but it's still going to be pretty moderate tempo because that's how we like to play. And so I'd encourage anybody and everybody, regardless of the level, to play along, because in this weird, strange new world of doing these things on Zoom, nobody can hear you. So you have the freedom to join in on anything, anytime, any instrument, any way you like. Did you want to?
I'd like to say one thing. I know that we were asked to also reflect on previous experiences at Fiddle Hell. And I've only been there 1 year before. Judy's been there many times. Last year was the first year I'd ever been there. And I just wanted to say that I fully understand the notion of Fiddle Hell now, because there are so many things that happen there. And a lot of them happen simultaneously when it's live. And it's hell trying to figure out where you want to go and who you want to see. There are so many great players and fun people to be with, regardless of teachers and all of that. Lots of jamming going on everywhere. And I'm really excited about translating that into an online setting, given that can reach internationally. So there are all sorts of people who would never be able to fly to the Boston area to do something like this, but now can access it. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And I do actually enjoy this Zoom thing, at least 49 people at a time, page by page, whatever happens, and look forward to seeing some of you there. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Judy, Hyman, and Jeff Klaus. We're so thrilled to have you, and it's going to be awesome this year having you at Fiddle Hell Online.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I did get a question from someone. The name of that album that I was raving about, Late Last Summer, of Judy and Dick Hyman. Late Last Summer. Thanks again, Judy and Jeff.
Thank you, Eric.
Absolutely. So I'm excited to introduce our next duo, actually another duo. This is going to be Richard Brown and Margaret Gerteis. And at last year's Fiddle Hell, I have to say, it was such a treat to hear Richard perform as part of the Mandolin Summit concert. I accompanied Shauna Eisenberg in that, which was super fun, and just getting to hear Richie was great. So I'm so excited to have the two of you here for Fiddle Hell Online this year, and I'm going to turn it over to you. Take it away, Richard.
Well, here we are, and we're unmuted too, which is good. Yeah, we're really looking forward to doing this. This is going to be, it's a new experience. Everything online. We're oh, good. Let's do this. Yeah,
See ourselves big.
we're really having we had a good time last year. I mean, I think this would be my 4th time at Fiddle Hell. I think Margaret's first time was last year. And rather than being really hell, it was so meticulously organized, and it gets better every year. I mean, I kind of expected this great, real hell, and we got there, and it was pretty fantastic. So I think that I keep recommending it to everyone, and in fact, maybe some people out in Arizona will join in. There's a woman I know who has a kids group, and she teaches them all bluegrass and traditional old time music, and so it ought to be kind of fun. Maybe they'll join in. I'll call them up afterwards. So we're gonna do a tune for you. This one's an old Delmar Brothers tune called "Gonna Lay Down My Old Guitar." I could tie it to my side and take it along with me. Yodel-lay, 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 yodel-lay. I'm sick in a lonesome bed. I'm sick in a lonesome bed with no one to hold my aching head. I'm sick in a lonesome bed. Yodel-lay, 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 yodel-lay. There's no one to cry for me. There's no one to cry for me. I wandered so far away, can't you see? There's no one to cry for me. Yodel-lay, 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 yodel-lay. I'm telling this world goodbye. I'm telling this world goodbye. I'm telling this world and you, little girl. I'm telling this world goodbye. Yodel-lay, 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 yodel-lay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All the roaring applause here. You should pump in some applause here. An applause track. Well, you know, actually, we're gonna do a few workshops. We're gonna do one on let's see, the first mandolin workshop that we're gonna do is on Thursday night, and I guess
Thursday
it's
afternoon,
Thursday. Yeah,
Afternoon.
Thursday afternoon. Sorry.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, yes. It is sort of afternoon, or I mean, it's sort of night, you know. If you're in elementary school, it's nighttime. But anyway, we're going to teach the introduction to Bill Monroe's playing, try to get you involved in the Bill Monroe style. And I'll probably do a couple of easy tunes that people know and kind of get people used to playing like a fiddle rather than playing. I think people start on the mandolin and they kind of pick out everything in a single note. And playing the mandolin in Monroe style is really more like playing the fiddle than you would think it would be. And a lot of the things that Monroe has picked up really came from the fiddle. And in fact, in all of bluegrass, you'll notice that a lot of the notes really come from the fiddle. So that's what I'm trying to emphasize. On Friday, let's see, we're going to be doing
another workshop,
yeah, Friday evening. It's another workshop.
slightly
and that's
more advanced.
Yeah, thank you, dear. You know, the reason we're doing this is because Margaret wrote this. If I wrote it, I would write it in big all caps and I'd be able to see it. But this is going to be an advanced class in Monroe, and we're going to try to teach everything from advanced. And again, I'll do some things that people will want to hear and that might be a little bit more difficult. On Saturday, we're going to do the mandolin extravaganza at 1 o'clock, I think. And on in the evening, we're going to do a mandolin the concert. Yes. So we'll probably do more singing, more and some playing, and we'll be doing that. And on Sunday afternoon, thank you, dear. We're going to be doing a jam session at, that would probably be like at 2:00. Yes, I
2:30.
admit. Oh, sorry. Well, you can show up early anyway. But anyway, this is, we're going to have a jam session. It's going to be kind of up to speed jam. But again, if you're kind of, since no one else hears you, if you're any, you can show up.
Be good to stretch yourself a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, push yourself into the, into a higher gear here.
So I think that's probably about
That's
it.
about it. We'll let you out with a little bit of soldier's joy here, and then we'll call it an evening.
See you all in
later.
November.
Thanks so much, Richie and Margaret. Oh, that was great. My sources tell me that Richie actually learned quite a bit directly from Bill Monroe. So you have the right person teaching these classes about Bill Monroe. It's going to be awesome. So thank you both so much, and beautiful harmonies there on the singing. All right, so next we're going to actually do something a little different. Jay Unger and Molly Mason couldn't join us for one of these, but we have a great video from them. Just a brief video that kind of goes through their classes, and you'll get a chance to hear them. So I'm going to pull that up. Jay and Molly, as folks may know, host the Ashokan Music and Dance Camps, and they've been at Fiddle Hell the last couple of years, which has been awesome. So I'm going to pull that up here right now. And here's Jay Unger and Molly Mason.
Hi, I'm Jay Unger.
And I'm Molly Mason, and we are so excited about the upcoming Fiddle Hell Online workshop.
It's going to be November 5th through 8th, and there'll be lots of great teachers, all different instruments, not just the fiddle, and great players.
We're doing 5 different things during those days, and we'll talk about them all. We're going to do a quiet room concert, a concert of really relaxing, beautiful music.
And we're going to do a class on bringing more emotion into your tune writing.
Also a class on how to bring waltzes and airs to life, both for the accompanist and for the melody player.
And I'm going to teach a blues mandolin tune with some of the chords too.
We're also going to do a great big old-fashioned jam session with Ashokan Camp favorite tunes. All instruments welcome.
We hope to see you there.
See you there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Video of Jay and Molly. And what they said too about different styles, and I know I mentioned at the beginning, I think it's worth touching on the huge breadth of styles, some of which is represented tonight, but it's an amazing list. So I know we've got workshops and jams and concerts that are Irish, Scottish, Cape Breton, old time, New England, bluegrass, jazz, swing, blues, electric, Swedish, klezmer, Eastern European, and I'm sure I've missed a couple. So whatever your kind of stylistic preference, it's kind of a way to get at what you love doing and maybe even check out some new things that are kind of intriguing or want to kind of learn a little bit more about. So there's a lot to cover there, and a range of levels too, from beginner to different kind of lower and upper intermediate and advanced. All right, so next up, I'm excited to introduce Andrea Beaton of the famous Beaton family of Mabou. It's always great having Andrea at Fiddle Hell. I'm going to miss the opportunity this year to co-lead a jam together as we usually do when we're in person.
I miss you here too. I'm all alone.
It's not the same, but it's still going to be awesome. But I know. And Andrea's got bountiful energy and endless tunes and so much more. So we're just so thrilled to have her back at Fiddle Hell again. So yeah, great to see you, Andrea. And I'll turn it over to you and let you play a bit and talk about what your sessions are.
Okay, maybe I'll talk first and then
Sure.
I can relax and play. So I have a couple of level 3 and level 4 tune classes. I think a jig and a reel is for one of them, and then the March Strasbourg reel set will be the other one, the level 4. And I also have a level 1 class where we'll do an easy reel. And I think it's going to be High Road to Linton, which is a common session tune and played a lot in Cape Breton and Scotland and beyond. And then I'm lucky enough to have my mother join me on piano, and we're going to do a jam, and I forget, I think that's a level 3 jam, but I always like to say, give it a whirl. If you find it's too fast, then just try. It's okay. no one's there. And the other thing is the concert we're doing, which I think is a morning concert. That's Sunday, right? Sunday morning. I think it's it. I get the times mixed up because I memorized them all in my time, and then I couldn't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just know it's happening, and it's on the schedule. And it'd be fun to have a few tunes with Mommy. I think I'll play a little MSR now, just to relax and have a little tune and give you the taste of Cape Breton. So I'll start with a tune by Howie MacDonald. It's called Clark Road, and then a Strasbourg and a reel afterwards that I don't know what they are yet.
Beautiful. Thank you, Andrea. And for those wondering at home and like me, that last tune, I know it, but what is the name of it?
It is called Buntada Scatten, or Potatoes and Herring, by
Huh.
Andrea MacDonald in
Maybe
Scotland.
I never knew the name, but I know the tune. Oh, I love it.
We joke and call it fish and chips sometimes, or potatoes and fish, or there's a whole bunch of, but it's Buntada Scatten, the Gaelic name.
That's great. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to having you online for Fiddle Hell in just a couple of weeks.
Thank you, me too.
Thanks, Andrea. And as Andrea mentioned, she's part of this Scottish and Cape Breton concert that's part of Fiddle Hell. And I wanted to mention to folks that we do have a very special concerts only ticket available this year for less than the full registration price, which includes all the jams and workshops. But there's this concerts only one. So if you have friends or family who really enjoy this music and love taking it in, but just don't really kind of have the desire to try out doing it or go to the workshops and jams, it's a great option. I mean, for 4 days worth of access to 35 concerts, it's $100. And that includes the big Saturday night concert as well. So, yeah, so people who buy that also have access for the 3 months, just like anyone else, but it's just to the concerts. So keep that in mind if you have any music loving family or friends who are non-musicians. All right, we're going to move to the next person. So with the exception of my parents on here, I think Stash Wyslouch is probably the person on this Zoom call I've known the longest. It's awesome every year having him at Fiddle Hell. His wife, Marielle Vandersteel, who's going to be teaching an Intro to Norwegian Fiddling class that I think will be awesome. And she and Stash are going to be together in the Scandinavian concert. I'm going to invite Stash to talk a bit now about what he's going to be offering at this year's Fiddle Hell.
Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? So happy to be here, and even more happy to be at Fiddle Hell November 5th through 8th. Memories of Fiddle Hell, mostly amazingly positive. And I'm just really sad I won't be with everybody this year, but I'm really glad that it's happening regardless. One fun memory last year is I played my version of Turkey in the Straw, and I think that's the longest an audience has laughed at me, and that was it was a truly humbling and exciting experience. But it was a very good kind of laughing at me. And if you're playing music like 12-tone Turkey in the Straw, people are going to laugh at you every once in a while, and it was just such a joy. Anyways, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do. So I don't have the exact times, but go to fiddlehell.org and find the times, baby. And we're going to be talking about parameters of old-time guitar. So, getting from chord A to chord B, some really strategic, systematic ways to do it. I'm very much a head type of musician. We're going to look at it almost like an equation, right? We're also going to be doing beginning bass runs on the guitar, same kind of thing. We're going to have algorithms we're going to be inputting for infinite amount of bass runs. I think it's a very exciting, imagination-inspiring thing. I'm going to be doing a Swedish Scandinavian fiddle workshop with my wife, Marielle Vandersteel. She'll be playing the Hardanger fiddle, and I'll probably have to learn a few tunes for that in the meantime, at least feign some expertise in it, but I really love the music and can't wait to present on it. I'll be doing some concerts also, and that's about all I can think of, but it's an honor to be part of the staff. And since this pandemic, I've been doing a lot of Zoom time, and I'm looking forward to more Zoom time and actually being able to check out some of the other workshops that sometimes I have to miss because I'm teaching. So yeah, with that, maybe I'll leave you with a fun little song to get you in the mood to hang out with everybody. I don't know if we'll be talking too much about this in my workshops, but this is a G run, just a classic bluegrass cadence. So instead of saying, let's go have fun with my friends, I'll say, let's go G running. Nothing makes me feel better than a nice warm day with my friends, just picking and singing these funny songs and G running, A running, D running. before I keep playing this song is the workshop I'm looking forward to the most is Ideas for the Curious and Adventurous Fiddle Hellion, which means we're going to go totally to outer space. We're going to go out, 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 but there'll be an underpinning of logic to our outsideness. We're not just, taking a bunch of drugs and doing random stuff. No, we're getting inside the tunes. We're going to flip them upside down, invert them, retrograde them. If you don't know what that means, I look forward to telling you all about it for Ideas for the Curious and Adventurous Fiddle Hellion. Play that melody all night long. Play that melody sweet. Don't worry, be happy. We're G running, A running, a D running. A nice juicy feeling that I get inside when we're G running, D running, A running. A nice juicy feeling that I get inside when I'm freaking out on the guitar like some nonsense. I often wish that I could fly. I often feel that I fall. But there's one thing in this world that picks me right up off my feet when I'm G running, A running, a D running. Hey! All right, see you guys November 5th through 8th.
Hey, that's great, Stash. Just to mention one thing here, we get surveys that tell us how people love instructors or what they hate. And Stash got a comment, I think, last year from a guy who said, in 50 years of lessons, I've never learned as much as I did in 1 hour from Stash. Wonderful stuff. So.
Thank you.
And you can see why. Thank you, Stash.
Thanks so much, Stash. Fun to see you and fun to hear you. And that turkey in the straw was indeed memorable for sure.
All right, looking forward to it. See you guys soon.
Absolutely. And I think I didn't realize that my brother Andy is also on the call. So he is someone I also have known longer than Stash. So I'm sorry to have forgotten you, Andy. But I didn't realize you were here. That's why I didn't say. But I'm glad Andy's here to take this all in too. Thanks, Stash. So I gave, before I introduce our next duo here, Lorraine and Bennett Hammond, I gave a little teaser at the beginning about some giveaways and freebies and just want to give some details of those. So if you are registered by tonight, October 18th at midnight Eastern time, you'll get free admission to 2 of Andy Reiner's very helpful online workshops, 90 minutes each, and normally $49 each. And so these are... yeah, for anyone who's registered. October 22nd, there's a fiddle bowing boot camp. And then on November 19th, after Fiddle Hell, is improvising on fiddle tunes. And then you may also win. You'll be entered into a drawing for one of 3 30-minute private Zoom lessons, 3 CDs, a classic fiddle book, or 2 sets of strings. So as if all these amazing instructors and workshops weren't enough reason to sign up, which I think they are. But if you need a reason to do it today, I think that should hopefully seal the deal. So midnight tonight, Eastern time. All right. So singing has become a really kind of a bigger part of Fiddle Hell in recent years, and I think a lot of people have enjoyed that. Sometimes it's just a break for the hands, and also sometimes partners or family members who don't play an instrument, but now have really a bunch of workshops to go to. And Lorraine and Bennett Hammond are a wonderful duo who've been bringing their friendly, relaxed spirit and a lot of great singing to Fiddle Hell in recent years. So I'm going to turn it over to Lorraine and Bennett now.
You're here. Thank you, thank you. And we thought we'd just start out with a pandemic-style song because we'll be part of a concert on Friday afternoon, and Bennett wrote this one.
Yeah, okay.
Take it.
All right, this is just, it's a song about, well, it's self-explanatory, but the main thing is it's a guitar piece. If I could get this over here. That is, that's too much. It's all basically based on those three, that little fingering that's a D chord moved over one string and up a fret. So if you have a D, this is a D diminished, but it's also a G7th. The fact that it's also a G7th is the key to this whole thing.
And I thought it was because you just love being stuck here with me.
I'm talking about the key, baby, not the lyrics.
Take it.
Oh, this mean old quarantine just can't make me blue. I don't care if I never go anywhere. I'm so happy being stuck here with you. And I think you feel the same. Cooped up here day after day, 'cause you tell me you want me to come too if you ever manage to make your getaway. Putting us together, well, there just ain't nothing better I can think of in this world. Understand each other like a sister and a brother, but we're dancing like a boy and his girl. When they say we're free to go, I guess that's what we'll do. But for now, I don't care if I never go anywhere. I'm just so happy being stuck here with you. Just can't make me blue. 'Cause I don't care if I never go anywhere. I'm so lucky being stuck here with you. I said I don't care if I never go anywhere. I'm so lucky being stuck here with you. Said I don't care if I never go anywhere. I would have stayed here with you anyway.
So singing and having fun and singing for the joy of it will be another workshop that we're doing. And I am playing Appalachian Mountain Dulcimer here, the lap dulcimer, the fretted dulcimer. And I'll teach a workshop for dulcimer that will be whatever playing level, beginning at the real beginning. And my dulcimer has 4 strings. Yours may only have 3, and they have them in different arrangements. But we'll find common ground for that really basic tuning. And I thank Dave Reiner and company, meaning Dave and Cindy and family, for including the lap dulcimer in these Fiddle Hell sessions, because it really has a place. The fiddle and the dulcimer is a beautiful combination. I just went down to G because we can wrap one more piece in, our little Appalachian songs. We are going to be winding up the whole event. I don't know if other things will happen at the same time, but finally on Sunday evening, when you don't ever want it to end, and in fact you'll have it recorded for another 3 months, we'll be doing just a little Appalachian songs, kind of for anyone to join us. And for the singers, I'll remind you always to get a good breath before you start. And let's just do a little piece of Jubilee as a nice swing and turn Jubilee, live and learn. Jubilee is a little kind of finishing off for right now. And boy, are we looking forward to Fiddle Hell. And am I going to be in G or in D? Where are you?
You're in D usually.
Alrighty, I'm going to go back. Dulcimer players do tune sometimes. Actually, we tune a lot.
I like that comment about it's it's called Fiddle Hell because you're going to miss most of it. That's all. You're just going to miss most of it. Forget it. You're going to miss most of it. No matter how careful you are, you're going to miss most of it. It's hell that way. But the rest of it's going to be really good. So it's worth it. But boy, you're going to miss most of it. Because there's so many things happening, man. How can you? But you can't be at two places at once.
Yeah, but now in our virtual world, we can go back and get the other
You're not
stuff
going to miss
later.
any of it because you
There
can go
you
back and see it later. That's fabulous. What was I talking about?
A little bit of Jubilee, swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. All out on the old railroad, all out on the sea, all out on the old railroad as far as I can see. Swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. Swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. Wish I had a big white horse, corn to feed him on. Pretty little boy, gonna stay at home and feed him when I'm gone. Swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. Swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. See you in November.
Thank you so much, Lorraine and Bennett. That was wonderful. We're looking forward to seeing you very soon again.
Here, here.
And I want to mention too, they gave a good overview of some of their singing offerings, and just to let people know about some of the other amazing singing offerings we've got this year. Lorraine and Bennett are part of this singing concert, so they're going to have 20 minutes. Paul Hardy is going to have 20 minutes, and Karen Casey of the amazing Irish band Solace is going to have 20 minutes. So that's going to be fantastic. We've got a Quebecois song session with Jan Falquet. Songwriting, Write Now, Edit Later with Isa Burke. Molly Obamsawin's doing an Indigenous Fiddlers and Influences in Traditional Music listening session, which I think will have some fiddling, some singing in there. Pete Sutherland's doing his The Art of Singing with the Fiddle and Harmony. Karen Casey's also doing a class on folk and traditional Irish singing, and also a couple social justice song related classes. So there's just a ton there. We're so thrilled to have Lorraine and Bennett and so many other folks carrying the singing. So it's going to be great. So we've got two more folks who are going to share some music and talk more about their sessions at this year's Fiddle Hell. First, Laurel Martin, and then we'll end with Rob Flax. So Laurel's a wonderful Irish fiddler. We're so glad to have her again at this year's Fiddle Hell. In addition to several CDs of her own, she's on a number of CDs of the longtime amazing group, one of my personal favorites, Child's Play. And I was thinking earlier today about all the Fiddle Hell instructors who have been part of that group over the years. Keith Murphy, Lissa Schneckenberger, Katie McNally, McKinley James, Mark Simos, Karen Casey, who I mentioned, Laurel. And Laurel also co-wrote with Seamus Connolly a book on Irish tune ornamentation and variation, which is a nice tie-in to one of her workshops at this year's Fiddle Hell. So Laurel, I'll turn it over to you to talk and play a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
As everybody else said, I'm really excited and looking forward to being with lots of you at Fiddle Hell this year. And I'm going to be teaching a couple of workshops and participating in an Irish, a short Irish concert. I believe that's on Sunday. I made the mistake of not double checking all my times and levels and everything before this meeting. But I believe on Saturday, I'll be teaching a workshop on Wyslouch music, and we'll learn a tune from the repertoire of Dennis Murphy and Julia Clifford, who are brother and sister fiddle duo that came from County Kerry. And on Sunday, I believe, I'll be teaching a workshop on, I think it's called Beyond Ornaments. And it's a more advanced workshop for fiddlers who play traditional Irish music and do all kinds of ornamentation and bowing and all that sort of thing, but who are looking for new ways to make a tune their own. So we'll talk about some of the things that one can do to vary a tune that still sort of fit within the tradition. So I'm going to play a couple of polkas from the repertoire of Dennis and Julia, the Ballydesmond polkas. So there are so many great reasons to sign up for Fiddle Hell if you haven't already. And many of them have been talked about already tonight. But one of the things that I wanted to say is that I've spoken with a few people who were sort of hesitant this year. They've done it before, but they were kind of hesitant this year because they're zoomed out. And I think that's really a legitimate feeling. A lot of people work all the time on Zoom and they spend a lot of time in front of the screen and they sort of feel like, oh boy, I don't think I want to have to participate in another Zoom event. But the thing that I want to say that's, I think, an overarching reason that Fiddle Hell is a great thing to participate in this year is because it's about joy and about hope. People like all of us and all of you who love traditional music love it because we have a hope that there's something good in it that will survive and that will be passed along from us to other people. And I think we need a lot of joy and hope right now. So sign up for Fiddle Hell if you haven't already.
Thanks so much, Laurel. Beautifully put and beautifully played. I couldn't agree more. I think it's we do spend a lot of time on Zoom, myself included, but this is a different kind of Zoom experience from what a lot of our daily kind of Zooming is like, and it's a really positive one, and a way to see people too. I think that's one of the special things about, it's going to be through this online platform, Huva, but it's going to be Zoom, so you can still see each other, not just the instructor. So we're excited for that. So thank you so much, Laurel. That was beautiful, and it brought me back. I studied abroad in Cork, Ireland, and had a couple classes with Matt Cranich, who talked a lot about Wyslouch, and we did a lot of listening of those folks. So it was just so fun to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Laurel. We'll see you soon. And to close us out, and then I'll say a couple final words on this year's Fiddle Hell after. I'm excited to introduce Rob Flax. Rob's going to be doing a lot of different things at Fiddle Hell this year, so a little bit of everything. He's a really creative multi-instrumentalist and teacher. I would say his zany energy reminds me of Andy and Stash.
We're cut from the same cloth.
It feels that way.
Yeah. I can be specific about which cloth. It's, ready for it? Oh, it's Fiddle Hell cloth.
Beautiful.
Bam, repping the merch. If you haven't bought a t-shirt yet, you should order a Fiddle Hell t-shirt. I'm just saying, they're comfortable and stylish.
That's a great point. And if they're you've got, this is the 2012 one. Rob,
nice.
I can't tell a year. Is that last year's?
This is can you see from the back? I think this is a 2019 vintage.
Yeah. That's last year's, and it's another great design by Autumn Rose this year. So we're excited.
I was going to wear my 2014 vintage, but it shrank. So, or maybe I've grown during the quarantine. It's unclear.
Let's hope it's the second one.
Yeah,
they come pre-shrunk. So
that good point.
All right, I'll turn it over to you, Rob.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Rob Flax. I play things with strings. I hit stuff and I sing. I've been trapped in this lair for several months, and I'm really excited to share with you some of the ways I've found to make music by myself. And there's a bunch of instruments hanging on the wall here, but there's also, down below me, I've got a pedal board full of all kinds of wonderful gizmos and gadgets. And I thought I would play for you a song using a looper pedal. I'm going to teach some classes on how to use a looping pedal. One on Thursday the 5th. That's open to all levels. And I'm also going to be involved in the advanced musical creativity using a looping pedal on November 8th. I will be co-teaching those with my dear friend Andy Reiner. And I'll also be performing in the Loop Mania concert number 2. That's right, there are 2 looper concerts this year. What a useful tool for making music when you don't have other people around. So I'm going to start off by singing you a song and looping you a song. This is one that I wrote relatively recently. Let me go over here. What up, side camera? Okay, check it out. Here we go. So. Now I've got it looped, and I can record something over the top of that. This is my bass face. I wish that I could send you more than virtual hugs, virtual hugs, virtual hugs. But all that I can send you now is virtual hugs. So I'll try to send you 7 a day. I guess that I could send you some heart emojis, heart emojis. Heart emojis. I guess that I could send you some heart emojis and make them in a geometric shape. Ooh, how I'd love to squeeze you, wrap my arms around you tight, Seems like I'm having amnesia. I wish I could remember what that was like. So I guess that I will send you all some virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. All that I can send you now is virtual hugs. So I'll try to send you 7 a day. I wish I remembered what it was like. So I guess that I will send you all some virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. I guess that I will send you all some virtual hugs. That's all I got. Well, that's all I got. So I try to send you 7 a day. All right. So that's one. And then I thought I would do one more song for you. This is something that I wrote today because I was thinking about the rest of the stuff I'm teaching and trying to decide how could I summarize that. I'll be doing a blues jam and teaching some stuff about pentatonic scales and how to use them to improve your improvisation. And then I'm also going to be teaching some Konnakol, which is the South Indian rhythmic solfege, takadimi, and that kind of thing. And so I was messing it around, and I was thinking about, well, Fiddle Hell's in November, and November is the 11th month. So what if I could use some Konnakol to teach something in 11? And so I did. I wrote a song, and I posted it earlier today, but I'll do it again for you now. I'm calling it. I have a title and chords now called Copanitis Blues, because it's kind of like a kopanica. It's just a Bulgarian thing. I know Beth Bahia Cohen would probably know more about that. If you want to learn proper Eastern European stuff, go check out Beth's courses. I know I will be, and that is the huge plus of this year is I don't miss a thing. I am a glutton for classes, and I will be taking all of them. So let me just use my little looper here and loop some Konnakol, so you'll know how to count the 11. I'm going to do it in 4 measures. One of them is 4 plus 4 plus 3. I'll do that 3 times, and the fourth one I'm going to do 4, 3, 4. Sounds like this. Taka de me takita, taka de me takita, taka de me takita, taka de me takita, taka de me takita. Now that I have that, let's hear it. Here's my tune. So that's the Copanitis Blues, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to learn how to do some of this, check out my classes Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I'll be performing some concerts for you, and I cannot wait. It's going to be so fun. Thank you all so much for having me.
Thanks so much, Rob. We're excited to have you. That was great. All right, so thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. It was great to hear and see some of the amazing instructors and performers we've got at Fiddle Hell this year. Again, you heard Judy, Hyman, and Jeff Klaus, Richard Brown and Margaret Gerteis, Andrea Beaton, Stash Wyslouch, Lorraine and Bennett Hammond, Laurel Martin, and Rob Flax. And as a reminder, as we've been saying, Fiddle Hell is coming right up Thursday through Sunday, November 5th through 8th. What we didn't say is each day it's from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. So there's a lot going on that full day. And so that means even if you have something an hour or two one day, you'll still get, a solid 11 or 12 hours in there if you want to, or shorter, and you can always catch a couple later too. So fiddlehell.org to register. You can search the schedule. So if you want to check out what a particular instructor is doing, or a particular instrument, or particular level, or particular day, you can do all that there on the schedule page. And this is the third out of 4 of these kind of preview sessions. So we'll do the final one next week with another 7 or 8 instructors. And before you know it, Fiddle Hell will be here. So please tell your friends, family, students, people you pass on the street from a distance. And we're excited to see you there. And as Rob said, we send virtual hugs. So I'm going to turn it back to my dad for a couple of final words, and we'll definitely look forward to seeing you very soon. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and here's my dad.
So, Eric, a very quick question for you. Aren't you doing a session there yourself?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm doing a couple. So Autumn Rose and I are sharing a concert. We're going to be one duo for half an hour, and Pete Sutherland and Oliver Scanlon are going to be the other duo for that concert. And then I'm going to be doing a workshop, piano workshop on kind of smooth jig ideas. And this is really kind of a unique opportunity for people to actually have their piano and do stuff in the class. In recent years, when I've done piano workshops, it's more kind of demo and Q&A style. So I'm excited for that. And then I've also got a Taming Performance Jitters workshop. So if the prospect of performing in person or online gives you some jitters, we'll talk about some kind of strategies, techniques, ideas, and things that might be helpful.
Excellent. I won't miss those, although I might have to wait a month or 2 to see them. So just a reminder to everybody, 35 concerts, 35 jams, 165 workshops. Why do we have so many? I mean, there's a lot at Fiddle Hell normally, but partly the reason is we had a lot of instructors booked, and we want to make that connection between the instructors and the performers and their students and their fans and their friends. So it's a community. We're trying to come together. We've got the Whova event software, which brings everybody together in one place. There's actually community discussions going on there. You can ask questions about sessions. Oh, I see Hoover there on Rob's phone. That's good. So if you happen to play fiddle, of course, you want to be a Fiddle Hell, but also cello, guitar, old-time banjo, mandolin, and in fact, any instrument is perfectly fine. Bring whatever you like, singing too. You can go to YouTube, youtube.com/fiddlehell, and you can hear the other previews, and you can hear the 41 jams that we did between March and I guess basically the end of September with some of the same instructors that you just heard here. That's all free at our YouTube channel. And if you're not signed up for Fiddle Hell, how could that be? But it could be. If you're signed up by midnight tonight, you're guaranteed a spot in 2 free workshops from Andy Reiner, Eric's brother. He's out there in Colorado hoping the fires stay away right now. One is on bowing boot camp, and the other is improvising on fiddle tunes. So you're guaranteed to be able to come to those. And also we're giving away, as Eric said, whole bunches of great things. 3 half-hour private Zoom lessons, a bunch of CDs, books, etc. So I think we'll sign off for this evening. This video will be posted, minus the sound check at the beginning, onto YouTube tomorrow if you happen to want to see it again. And thanks again, Judy, Jeff, Richard, Margaret, Jay, Molly, if only virtually, Andrea, Stash, Lorraine, Bennett, Laurel, Rob, and especially Eric. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you very soon.
and the